everyone. I'm Bill Sheridan. At the Maryland Association of CPAs, we've been talking about the cloud for a while now, and we finally decided it's time to put our money where our mouths are and actually do something about it. So we've begun moving certain internal processes into the cloud, and we'll be documenting what we do and sharing that knowledge with you. What works, what doesn't, what tools we find valuable. Our hope here is that you can learn from our experience and apply some of that knowledge to your own journey into the cloud. With our first step, we're hoping to solve one of our biggest pain points, and that's tracking and managing expenses. And we're getting some major help from the folks at Tallie. Here's a little bit of that story.
First of all would be we need to do it to make ourselves more efficient so that we can serve our members even better. So the ideas of cloud automation and some of the things we're looking at from the accounting side would greatly reduce the amount of time it takes to deal with our business. So that frees up staff and people to do other things. So that's probably the biggest reason to think about the cloud and some of the new software that's going on anyhow. So that's kind of what we're doing from that association perspective. And Bill, but the second reason that we think is also pretty important, maybe even more important, is we think that what we hear members asking about this all the time. This is a huge topic. It's one of the big trends facing our profession, this whole idea of cloud and software and what's evolving in the accounting area. And so there's a big element of this which says maybe we need to look at it and do it ourselves so we can tell members what this journey is really like. So this is a big step in evolving us to a cloud-based association. To be more mobile, to be more available, so our people can work more flexibly, all those things. And by us doing it, we can tell our story and share it with our members and say, here's what's involved. Here are the things that work. Here are the things that were rough, things that worked, things that didn't work. And hopefully our story will help inspire others to think about it and give them some guidance and build this bigger community around this area.
Number one, it's our expense reporting is manual intensive, and we want to automate that. So the pain associated with that process includes having team members out charging things and then not turning in their receipts in a timely manner, so that we've got to chase down receipts on credit card bills. On top of that, it's very manual intensive to deal with pieces of paper that come in and have to be processed, have to be recorded, have to be entered manually one at a time, and that's somewhat cumbersome and it's a burden on the staff, and it takes a lot of time, and that's just a manually intensive process that's not easily dealt with.
It takes a lot of time or a lot of effort to get some people to turn in expense receipts, give information coding about where to charge these things. It's a manual data entry process, and it takes a little bit of time and effort to be able to charge out and correctly track where expenses and things should go.
Tallie's modern expense report system that makes it really easy for accountants as well as everybody in the field to record their expenses with minimal data entry and have it essentially integrate fully with the accounting system, so it pushes everything from projects to departments and so forth, really releasing the burden from the field to capture the expenses as well as for the accountants to get them into the system.
All cloud-based?
It's all cloud-based. It's highly automated, so it's as easy as snapping a picture or as easy as forwarding an email receipt to us. We do all the heavy lifting by pulling the merchant, the date, the amount. We even learn, based on the company's chart of accounts, how to automatically categorize the expenses, push them through an approval workflow, and then push them into the accounting system. Sure, the MACPA has a couple of key opportunities. One is, so much of the accounting workflow today is based on data entry. So the accounting team is very, very strong understanding of how to code everything. So what's happening is they're getting information in from the field, and that information is a lot of times coming in a paper or spreadsheet fashion. So it's taking the field time to collect. So we're going to help that field team get that information in. We're going to help the accountants here get their coding done automatically. So instead of having to hand key everything, it'll be more in a review mode. And then they'll be able to push a button and get it into their system so they can report out on all the various dimensions of how they track the business.
It should automate the process and speed the process up greatly, and remove a lot of the manual work that we've got to deal with. For instance, our staff can use their smartphones to photograph a receipt that they get, and I'm told, we'll find out very shortly, but I'm told that the software will assign one of our account numbers to it, one of our general ledger account numbers to it, classify it properly, record the date, so that it can speed up processing greatly.
I think it's going to eliminate a ton of the data entry, and also encourage people to hand it off more quickly. They won't have to keep a receipt envelope full of receipts, taking pictures of things and sending them right over, getting reimbursed more quickly. Should all really help with people doing that side of it. And then a lot of the information is already going to be either entered or tagged in, so I won't be doing a lot of data entry, more approving or reviewing for correctness.
It will eliminate a lot of the data entry. It would automate the data entry right into the system, so that we're not doing data entry manually, and also get the information to us quicker, and in turn we can issue the money out, the checks, quicker.
And I think it'll be beneficial to our travelers if they can utilize the software. They don't have to toss receipts in a suitcase or in their file drawer and have to deal with them after the fact. And it will benefit the accounting staff in that they're not chasing people down for receipts. They get things in a more timely manner, almost real time. And so that's an exciting solution to what's a cumbersome problem.
Implementation's a lot easier now because of the way the cloud works. We've been working with partners such as Bill.com for more than a year now, building these process flows where our servers talk to their servers to share data in real time. And so when implementing, instead of having to basically set up 3 different systems, you're setting up one system. In the case of MACPA, that'll be Intact plus Bill.com plus Tallie. You set the information into Intact, it'll flow through all 3 systems, reducing all the double and triple data entry. And then when it comes time to pushing the data back upstream, all the links are already built. They come essentially almost pre-configured, and it's very, very easy to implement from that standpoint. The MACPA has a very clear vision for how they want to go ahead and bring systems to life that are going to illuminate the business, right? And what we want to do today is to be on site to understand how they want to view their data, understand the reporting requirements, etc., and understand the existing systems they have today, including their membership database, how to work those into the overall data architecture. And then once we have that clear data architecture in hand, we'll go back to our offices to make sure we put together a plan in conjunction with the other vendors being Intact and Bill.com. Once we have that essential group together, we've worked out the flows, we'll come back with a preliminary sandbox to make sure that it's all lining up the way they want to. If we see everything working out there, then we'll move to the final step, which is the full implementation. Well, we love the CPA market. We have a lot of CPA DNA in our company. I'm a former CPA. It's a market that has a deep understanding of internal controls, a deep appreciation for how to, and MACPA in particular has a deep appreciation for how technology can impact a business. So whether it's better financial reporting, whether it's making it easier for everybody using the systems that accountants are providing, or whether it's better management reporting, MACPA and the team here really understand what the drivers are there. So we view them as thought leaders, and we love to be working with them.
It's the number one disruptor of everything, right? Technology. And this whole cloud accounting, I grew up in the old days when we went from mainframe to mini to network PCs, and the amount of software that proliferated at that time was huge. I liken this piece to, I call it the Cambrian explosion of software apps. You look at the new apps that are out there, just like the stuff we're considering right now, Tallie, Build.com, Intact. These are names that aren't easily recognizable by a lot of our members, and yet they're powerful tools for CPAs to help enable their businesses, right? Whether you're a CPA in the corporate side, nonprofit, or you're a practitioner serving clients and trying to help them, advise them on what the right ways to automate their business. So, Bill, I think the idea of this disruptive force both being a big opportunity, and the flip side is it's also a threat. If you don't know what's out there and your clients find out about it, you could be in a pretty awkward spot. And so the move from what we call on-premise legacy systems to cloud-based is a huge move, and it's happening faster and faster every day. So I think that's the other big reason we think it's important, just from our own professional perspective.